I thought it was a good win for us. I think hopefully down the road that as they do conference seedings or whatever, that's a game that'll mean a lot for a point system, because I think that's a quality basketball team that we beat tonight. That's going to win a lot of games. I mean, they had a chance to win at Colorado State a few nights ago, and I was really proud of our guys' efforts. We played a good team that's very well coached, that picked on us, that we didn't get, the game couldn't get away from us really until, the last 8 or 9 minutes, and when, our pressure just kind of kept plugging away. Latrell hits a big shot, Rowe hit a big shot, and it just kind of worked out. And this cat right here, I'd never seen this before. 21 points on 5 shots. That was the first for me in 32 years of coaching, college basketball. And talk about efficient. I told the guys in the locker room that, I don't want anybody to ever complain about not getting enough shots. When Nana can get 21 points on 5 shots, I said, hey, the rest of you cats should be able to get 20 on 6 or 7. So, figure out how to get fouled and figure out what you got to do to get 20 points on 6 or 7 shots, because Nana figured it out tonight. But it's great. He's done this a couple times now where he's gotten over 20 points, and he did it in a scrimmage and did it again tonight. And he's played behind great players, and now it's his time to do something. Unfortunately, Jalil is battling some cramps, and he can't get out there. But we're getting great production from that position. So excited for him and his family, and he's earned it because he's worked really hard.
Nathan?
Hey, Coach, you talked about, you pulled away late. What was the difference in the first half, kind of going back and forth a little bit, in the second half where you just pulled away from that?
I thought the last 5 minutes we had a chance to get it to double figures and be comfortable with it, and we couldn't quite do it. We kept fouling, and the fouls, the unnecessary, I don't mind fouling, but the unnecessary fouls, fouling when the ball's out of bounds, 50 feet from the basket, those kind of fouls are the ones that bother me. Because we want to play physical, but they shot 27 free throws. Nana shoots 14 of our 25 tonight. That's what I think kept them in the basketball game. I love the fact when I look at a box score at the end of the game, I look how many more shots did we get than them. That's a telling stat. I don't look at shooting percentage. I look at shot attempts. I look at points off turnovers. Paint, like they want to dominate the paint, so do we. Those kind of things, those numbers to me are the telling fact. Like they may have 6 threes at half. We gave up 1 the second half because I think 3s can beat our defense, but 2s won't. So do we guard the 3-point line? And we did that a really good job in the second half. I think we just wore them down. So, and that's what traditionally, Nathan, as you cover us this year, you'll figure out that usually the last 10 minutes, we're going to own the last 10 minutes of a game.
Gotcha. Good deal. Now, how about you? Did you have just kind of going into this, just have a feeling that, hey, this is going to be a big game for you personally?
Well, every game I feel can always be a big game. You just have to find your rhythm, and maybe sometimes it won't be your game. Like Coach mentioned that before the game, or actually our pastor did, and you just have to share, sacrifice for the group, and tonight was just my night.
I know a lot of times it just takes time to build team chemistry and everything. You're 2 games in. How's team chemistry feeling right now?
I feel it's very at a high level early as we are. Since we got the guys in the summer, we've really meshed together, hung out, and try to get them to know what we know, and so they can pick it up along, so they can play fast, and but not in a hurry.
Yeah, good deal. So awesome. That's all I can think of at the moment.
Kyle, or Coach Keller, I'm sorry. Your lineup: 1 center, four guards, I believe.
That's right.
So, what was the meaning for that?
Well, our depth right now is, we're missing Robbie Ambruster as a 4-man for us, and Day-Day's been out because of injury. And so we had to move Derek to a different spot move him up. So everybody's just kind of fitting in, playing 4 guards with the center. And, Jalil's given us 10 or 11 minutes, the best he can as the game wears on. He's not able to play very much. He tried to put him back in this late mid-second half, and he couldn't. He cramped up again. And we've got a great medical staff trying to figure out what's going on with his body. It's not hydration. I feel awful for him. it's really painful. Thankfully, Nana's in really good shape, and was able to kind of fight through some foul trouble. Had 3 fouls in the first half, and didn't just fouled once in the second. But I think our speed allows us to play faster. With 4 guards, and it hasn't hurt us on the backboards too much. We'd like to rebound better. I thought we did a phenomenal job. I thought it was a key to really the first half getting started. We didn't get off to a great start, but was offensive rebounding. And, Nana and some of the Day and some of those guys did a really good job on the offensive glass in the first half. And in the second half, I just thought we were kind of sluggish to start. Both teams weren't very efficient offensively, just kind of lulled for the first 8 minutes of the second half. And then we finally kind of got it going. And, and they're a good team. I mean, they showed it the other night against Colorado State, and our guys, I think, were excited about it, and we know we got to make some hay, because after Tuesday night's game, hopefully our students will have a great student turnout and have we won't play opposite our volleyball team tonight like we did. Hopefully they won. Good. And we got double purple lights going tonight. We'll have a great turnout Tuesday night, and then we go on the road. It seems like forever after that. So we got to make some hay while we're at home.
This is your 3rd year with the program, correct?
Yes, sir.
So do you feel like the game is slowing down a little bit for you?
It is. I actually told some of my teammates today when I was out on the sideline. I didn't really feel tired at all. Like Coach Keller said, I've gotten to good shape, and I've gotten to learn behind players like Kenneth Mill and Solomon in the past, and just even the new coaches that we got a year ago, and even Dallas that came this year, that they've and the support staff, everybody, they've showed me ways I can get better, help my weaknesses, and strengthen my strengths. And Coach Keller just has a lot of faith in me, and also the team has a lot of faith in me, and also me as well. And I'm a big part of the team, I feel like, and they need me as much as I need them. So I would say that's all I have to say.
I didn't know you were a 3-point shooter, man.
Yeah.
And I wonder Coach Keller, do you think as the season progresses and that's a skill that he has, he'll be defended differently?
I hope so, because that'll open it up for other people. I mean, he led us. He didn't make a ton last year, but he led us in 3-point shooting percentage last year on on low numbers of how many he made or attempted. But he's always been really skilled, and I think he's really talented. I think had to work as far as working against physicality, scoring around the basket versus physicality more than probably. He's got a really soft touch, and you saw made 13 for 14 from the free throw line tonight, and so he's a good passer. I think the biggest thing about Nana, and hopefully he'll gain a lot of confidence from this, is he's really conscientious. He really cares. He's a great teammate. We call him the mayor because everybody in Nacogdoches knows who he is, and he doesn't know a stranger. And so he's really easy to root for. But I think from a confidence level, he hasn't done it at this level. Like, he's played behind 2 really good players since he's been here, and now it's his time to put forth the effort and lead us to a championship. And that position he plays is very important to our program. And we play through that position, and I'm excited. We did our evaluations at the end of the year. As a staff, our staff was like, hey, I trust Nana. And it was written on our board. Coach Smith wrote it on the first thing he said, and was, I trust Nana. At the position on our staff, which I thought was really cool, as he talks about them, that they believe in him as well. And I think you're kind of seeing that come to fruition, because the guy he played against tonight is an preseason all-conference pick, number 14. Reed, is an all-conference pick for them, and he's a monster in there, don't you think, Nana?
Yeah.
Good player.
Good player. Strong left.
Yeah, he's going to be as good as anybody we play this year. So I thought it was really cool to watch him.
Anything else like that?
And the nickname, the mayor.
The mayor.
Did you give that to him to coach?
I don't know am I the first that's called you that?
I believe so. So. Yeah.
I'll take credit for it. But Nana's got a T-shirt that has my sayings on it with my picture on it too. So
yeah. I have a shirt that Coach Keller went. I think one of the first or second year here, in the Coliseum, and then it says, "Just so you know," that's one of his things across the shirt, and then 3 of his quotes on the back. So I actually got a couple shirts for a couple people on the team.
He does.
So
that's the kind of person you don't see that personality with us that you see with others, maybe. And maybe as more times you come out here, maybe you'll show some of that personality. What do you think?
Yeah.
Maybe
sure.
you can wear Dennis's shirt in here sometime.
Maybe, yeah. Gotta get it made.
Or Nathan's shirt. So he's got a lot of personality. And I think it's cool that, and when I first got here, Nana was attending our camp. And so, like, it's the greatest thing ever to me to have, because I don't think, not everybody grows up dreaming of playing at the school you go to. And so, for me, it's really cool to watch his dream come true, and be a part of somebody's dream come true. And as a coach, that's what you live for. And to be able to fulfill somebody's dream, I mean,
right.
That's what it means. You live for that kind of stuff. So I'm really happy. I mean, and trust me, I've had this, and I hate this. And I told Nana this the other day. Sometimes I have to talk to him not very kindly. And because I think that motivates him, because he's such a nice young man. I mean, I hope my son grows up to be like Nana. He is an unbelievable young man. And he has all the characteristics of everybody your daughter would want to marry. And, but to get him to play with force and physicality like he did tonight I don't think it's natural for him. He hasn't grown up that way. He's just so nice. He was raised, his parents did an unbelievable job raising him to be just a sweetheart. He's got 2 older sisters, and they're just
yeah.
And just a sweetheart. But this game is not played pretty.
Right.
It's gritty and grimy. And so that's been unnatural for you to play at this level.
Yeah.
Mean. Right? But I think when he busted my knee open about 6 weeks ago, and he texted me, says, "Coach, are you okay?" Just about, I could feel it was sincere and kindness. And I told him, I said, "No, for the last 2.5 years, all the nasty things I've said to you, I said, we're even, pal." And so let's go to work. And he's been great. So I'm happy for him.
That's awesome.
He deserves all the credit. Because nobody's worked harder than he has in the weight room, in the gym, shooting shots when the lights are off, and on his own, to Dennis's point, to make 3-point shots, to finish layups around the rim where it's not pretty, with pads hitting him. He deserves all this credit. That's why I said you don't need me tonight. You need him. He's the guy you should be talking to, and the whole article should be about Nana's big night, and because it is about Nana. He did it all.
Yeah, awesome.